Hi, everybody. It's me, Erin. Good morning, Blair. Hi. Hi, everybody. Have I told you this morning how much I appreciate? Well, thank you, Paige. Hi, Monica. Hi, Pippi. What's up, everybody? Hello. Hi, Denise from Carlsbad, California. Good morning. Good morning, you guys. Hello. 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 So good to see all of you. Hello from Alberta. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Hi. Easterly, South Carolina. Wonderful. Kristen, hello. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, my wisdom streaks. I have lots of them. Sunny Florida. I will be in Florida in a couple weeks. Oregon City, Oregon. Hey, Pennsylvania. What's up? What's up, you guys? I'm so excited to be here with you guys. Hello from Holland. Oh my goodness. Hello. 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 I'm so excited to be here with you guys. I just thought I'd come check in and see how you guys are doing. If you have anything you want to talk about, I do have my cards and I am absolutely offering card readings. If you're interested, they are $25. There's a couple different ways you can do that. You can send a Cash App or PayPal, or I think you can make a donation on YouTube. I don't know how it works, but hello from Louisiana. Hello. Thank you, Paige. I appreciate that. Well, I'm here offering them. If you want a reading, they're $25. I have Cash App and PayPal all available. It's Consciously Erin. It's CONSCIOUSLYERIN. Hello. Yes, I'm not normally here live, so I thought I'd check in with you guys and come see if anybody was interested in a reading. It's Consciously Erin. Let me see if I can write it down for you. Hold on. I don't have anywhere to put it. You know, like I can't type it. Let's see. Oh, interesting. I didn't mean to do that. Let's see if I can figure that out, how to make something like that, okay? Hold on. It is on the YouTube site. It's at the top of the screen. I can't pin anything. It's written at the top of the screen. Okay, well, perfect. So it's right at the top of the screen. It is the same on all platforms. It's all Consciously Erin. From the Blue Bodie. Oh, cool. I was told about you from the Blue Bodie. So connected to the earth and her pulse, finding you. Oh, well, thank you. Yes. Venmo. Let me look. Yes, I have. My Venmo is that symbol. Yes. That is my professional symbol. So, yeah. I'm also here just to talk. If you guys want to talk, if you have any questions, anything you want to talk about, they are $25. There's a couple ways you can send it. Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, all have the same, exact same. Suzanne, you sent it? How did you send it? If you sent PayPal, sometimes it takes it a minute. Or if you sent Venmo, sometimes it takes it a minute. Hello from Holland. There you are, Suze. And Blair. I got you both. All right. Suzanne, where are you, friend? I'm ready. Yes, Blair, I got you. And you are right up after Suzanne. I got you, Suzanne. And Denise, I see you. Got you. So Suzanne, Blair, and Denise. I cannot pin on here, so I'm really, really sorry about that. Oh, maybe I can. No, I can't. I can't pin it, so I apologize. So Suzanne and Jill, I see you too, friend. Hang in there, you guys. You will definitely all get there. All right, I'm ready when you're ready. Here we go, Suzanne. Do me a favor, friend. Take a nice, big, deep breath in. Release. Drop your shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. Suzanne, okay, undercover much? Suzanne, my friend, I gotta take my sweater off for you. Girl, I tap into your energy and you've got some undercover swirls going on. You have so many colors in your space right now. This tells me massive action, massive growth. That's important. Girl, okay, so the colors I'm looking at, red is very big in your space. Red's the color of the root. That tells me some of your base understandings, your base teachings, your base beliefs, they're all shifting, they're all changing. This is also in turn feeding your sacral chakra. It's working its way up. Sacral chakra is the home to the relationships that we have that are outward facing roles like mom, sister, wife, friend, lover, and the relationships that are the result of those. The changes in the root are affecting that sacral chakra in a very good way, friend, a very good way. I just need you to know that. Your heart is also in a state of expansion. I want to point out there are some bruises on your heart space. These bruises feel like they are old, not new in nature, but that sometimes they get pressed on. So this can be feelings like things that you experienced when you were younger, things happen now that bring up that old experience. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a reminder that you can grow past that. With the expansion that's happening in your root, it really doesn't surprise me that the bruises on the heart space are a little bit more clear than normal just because of that expansion, right? I understand expansion is uncomfortable, but I want you to remember that laying new tracks often requires us to blow up the mountains that were in the way to begin with. So that brings a lot of change forward, and that's a good thing, but it can feel disruptive. Remember, disruptive, not destructive. Your third eye is very active. Everyone always asks me about that. I have never seen a third eye to date that is shut down, just sometimes they're louder than others. Right now, for you, Suzanne, the lower part of your energy is more active than the upper part of your energy, but this is necessary to make room for the expansion as it moves upward. The best thing you can do for yourself in times like these are your regular practices, your meditation, your grounding, or whatever you normally do for yourself. Just don't slack off now is kind of the feeling. Don't let up now, right? All right, Suzanne, my guides are saying they're acknowledging that maybe things feel a little stressful right now. They get it. They're understanding that. But they also want you to understand that you are not necessarily as stuck as you might think you are. It's just that you've lost your touch for determination, right? They're asking you at this point to get back to the things that make you feel inspired, to start pulling on those threads and help pulling yourself in that direction. This will help to unveil truths. What does that mean? Go down the rabbit hole. Go towards the thing that inspires you. If you read an article, let's say you're on my Patreon channel and you read an article about numerology and you're like, oh my God, this is mind blowing. Pull on that thread. It doesn't mean you must stay with numerology, but it's going to give you a base for something to move forward, and not numerology specifically, but you know what I'm talking about. My friend, there are physical changes coming forward in your life as a result of the expansion in those lower chakras. The throat chakra is a sign of the bridge opening up between your inner and outer worlds. This is how you build that bridge, friend. This is how you build that bridge. This is all leading to a sense of joyous occasion, even though you are working through some of those youthful hurts that I told you about were the bruise on your heart chakra. A lot of that came from others trying to exert too much control out over you and building a sense of self-defeat. Now that you have this connection to your third eye, I told you it was there. Now that you have this strong connection to your third eye, friend, this is your GPS and it's steering you in a better direction. My guides want you to understand that just because you had an ineffective team behind you before does not mean that you are not moving forward. There's that confirmation, Mariah. I see you. There's that confirmation that your heart is healing. Even though I maybe saw those bruises on the heart space, this card is telling me, friend, you are healing and you are doing the work. Please take this as very much a feeling of keep going. You're doing wonderful. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Dang, Suzanne, I am so excited for you. That was such a clear reading of all the good stuff. Oh my goodness, friend, all the good stuff. Suzanne, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I hope that was helpful for you, friend. I appreciate you. I appreciate the time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blair, you are up next. Blair is up next, and then Denise, and then Jill, and then Mariah. That is the list. Blair, say hello so I can see you and focus on your energy a little bit. Hello, there you are, Blair. I have a work thing I'm stuck on. I'm waiting to resign. I'm waiting to hear, hold on, I lost it. I'm waiting to hear from my lawyer about a workers' comp claim in which I will get paid a lot of money to resign from a job that is draining. Okay. All right. Draining physically, mentally, and spiritually. Okay. So Blair, I'm going to ask for as much clarity on this as possible. Typically, I do general readings and try not to focus too much, but we're going to see what comes out. The first thing I want to tell you, all right, let's connect first. Do me a favor. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders, and please give me permission to have access to your energy. So the first thing I want to tell you is you have a lot of activity in your throat chakra. Stephanie, I see you. A lot of activity in that throat chakra. It looks a little bit chunky, as if I feel like I'm not being heard. Obviously, you told me that you have this workers' comp thing going on, and I can understand the frustration. I do feel like that's loosening up. I don't think it's going to happen as soon as you think it is, or as much as you want it to, as quick as you want it to. However, I want you to understand that what they're showing me is this is the time you have. You're in the downswing on your energy. This is the time to charge your batteries. This is the time to set your intentions. This is your time to take actionable steps towards where you want to go. I don't know the specifics of your claim. I don't know if you were physically hurt or what's going on, but some new road is opening for you. So what are you going to do about it? How are you going to start taking those steps? This does not mean that you need to fully engage and run away from where you are, but slowly work it in the cracks. To give you an example, when I was ready to leave the university, okay, I didn't leave the next day. I started slowly planning how I was going to leave and took small steps to work myself in that direction in a way that felt like I could keep up with it. You know, I did not, Kendra, I see you. I did not throw everything away. I started by giving away projects that I didn't need anymore, by focusing on things that helped me feel better. That's where I started, right? So you want to take small steps now to help plan that way. There's something called the double lens technique. You write at the top of the page, you say what you want to accomplish in a year, and then you write down the list of all the things you think you need to do in that year to reach that goal. And then you cut that in half. What are the things in that list that you would need to accomplish in 6 months to reach that goal? And keep cutting it in half until you get down to the first 2 things that you need to do. Those are the actionable steps that you take, right? So, Blair, this is what my guides have to say. First card out of the deck, they're acknowledging that you've been feeling a sense of self-defeat. But they're also acknowledging, friend, that it's time for you to step outside of your comfort zone because you're about to go on a journey. There is a feeling of celebration in your energy as well as alignment, but it's calling for you to follow that heart and stop talking yourself out of it. This is about learning to listen to your inspiration and take action in that direction and not waiting on someone else to tell you it's time. Right? When you wait for that, it gives you a sense of apathy and being stuck. My guides want you to understand it may take some work. You may have to look within yourself to start to narrow down where you want to go. And it may feel scary because, friend, you're moving to a whole new horizon. That means it's unexplored and unknown. It's going to be scary. But small steps, and do one thing each day to move you in that direction so you don't overwhelm yourself all at once. Don't wait for that. Let that be fuel, but don't let that be what starts the engine. You know what I'm saying? You have ideas, you have inspiration. Move in that direction. Yes, and the more you focus, Blair, the more you focus on the road opening up, law of attraction states that it will give you reflections of how you feel. So when you focus on the feeling of, wow, my road is really starting to open up, you will get reflections of reasons to feel that in your energy. When you are focused on, I'm waiting on this payout, you're going to get reflections of reasons to feel like you have to wait on the payout. So you want to make sure you're careful about where you are focusing. Hello from India. Hello from Calgary. Welcome, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. Blair, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate it very, very much, friend. Just if you don't know, my name is Erin. I am an intuitive. I'm here offering oracle card readings. I do have a little bit of a list going on, but please hang out and pay attention because sometimes just because the reading doesn't have your name on it doesn't mean it's not for you. Working on mother's love superpower. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Blair, thank you so much. I appreciate you, friend. All right. Denise. Denise is up next. Hello from Massachusetts. Hello from Texas. My goodness. Pink, that's you, Denise. Hello, friend. I'm sorry I can't pin your comment. I wish I could. Oh, no, they don't give me that option. Okay. All right. Here we go. Denise, I see you. Do me a favor, my friend. Take a nice, pink is a good word. All right, do me a favor. Take a nice big deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. Girl, Denise, you have so much pink in your energy. It doesn't surprise me. That's your name. I want to talk about that. Pink is the color of the high heart. This is your empathetic side opened up. You are definitely an empath 100%. I mean, we all are, but one of your strongest gifts, strongest traits is of empathy, which makes you by default a sort of transducer of energy, someone who can transmute what other people are going through. The reason people are drawn to you for advice, the reason kids smile at you, wave at you in the store, the reason strangers smile at you on the street other than you're smoking hot, is because your energy portrays a welcoming sense. I understand and can feel that you are probably planted in an area that feels like it gets taken advantage of a lot. And part of your karmic work is learning to create the balance between how much you put out and how much you replenish, right? This is not about being completely self-centered or being completely outward-centered. This is about finding the balance between the two. As an empath, you are going to be more sensitive to large open spaces with lots of people in them. You are going to be sensitive to concerts, grocery stores, these sorts of things. You don't have to do any big hoodoo magic ritual before you walk in there. Just do something that resonates with you. If you feel the energy of a crystal, like I do, if you feel the energy of a crystal is protective, wear it when you go in and allow yourself to feel that, right? You want to feed the things that feel good to you, but not give lip service to those things that don't. As an empath, it is going to be important for you to recognize that you have to take care of yourself. You have to replenish because you will not be able to give the best version of yourself to anyone else if you don't do that. As a light in the dark, there's going to be a lot of people drawn to you who take from your energy, not on purpose, simply because it feels better to be around you. So they want to feel that energy, and you will leave that interaction feeling very drained. It is not that you need to cut those people out of your life. It is about recognizing who they are and setting mindful boundaries with yourself. If I know so-and-so is going to drain my energy, I am going to set a time limit or a topic discussion limit or whatever you need to do to keep yourself feeling good and not feeling like you just got the you know what kicked out of you after that conversation, right? All right. Denise, this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I have already said. My friend, my guides are acknowledging that a lot of the time there's a feeling of I can't do too much right now because I'm drained. This is part of your process as an empath. Knowing that you are an empath is the number one step. Getting into a practice of grounding and circulating your energy, whatever that looks like for you. Reiki Rachel is right here on YouTube and she is a massively helpful resource. Please check her out. She will help you to get that aligned, right? My guides are saying that feeling of self-defeat is coming to an end because you are taking your power back. Literally, the death card comes forward to say, friend, the old version of you is done. It's dying away. We're taking our power back because we have reestablished our connection to our source. Your GPS is on fire and it's aligning you to where you should be going. It's time for you to give yourself permission to follow that inspiration and to do it now. This is going to change how people perceive you, okay? Your outward facing roles are going to shift to better reflect the way you feel about yourself. That means some people are going to see themselves right out of your life, and that's okay. Give them space. They'll come back around once they figure out where they're going. My guides are acknowledging that this may bring up some conflict, especially around relationships, not necessarily romantic, but friendships, coworkers, children, parents, cousins, whatever. Those things are going to start to change because you are changing. Continue to stay focused through your heart. As an empath, you have got to listen to how your heart feels. If you start to feel overwhelmed energetically, you've got to be okay with saying, I need to take a step back. The greatest fuel for your energy is going to be tapping into your creative resources. What do you do to help yourself feel like you're creating something new? Here's the logic behind that. The reason creativity is so important. If creator is all of everything, when you are creating, you are pulling that energy through you and washing your energy with this wonderfulness, right? My guides are telling me to tell you to let go of the inner conflict you have about I can't do this or that, or I must give so much of myself to someone else. There are limits. There are limits. You are manifesting a better life for yourself. This is the time for you to step up and be who you want to be. Start pulling the people towards you that are in alignment with where you want to go, and allow yourself to actually feel the progress that you are making. You can't keep holding yourself back. You're too good. You're too good, but you have to have some boundaries. You can't pour all of your energy outside of you. You have to replenish. Woo, Denise, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Hello from Michigan. Hello. I'm not used to how YouTube works, or I'm going to tell you, the comments disappear. Thank you so much, Denise. I appreciate you very, very much, friend. Remember, you guys, just because the reading doesn't have your name on it doesn't mean it's not for you. Often you are in a room at exactly the right time. Exactly the right time to hear what you need to hear, so keep an open mind, okay? Jill, you are up next. Hello from North Dakota. Hello, hello, Awakened One. If you are Jill, please say hello if it doesn't say Jill, so I know who you are. Aw, thank you from upstate New York. Thank you from Oregon. I am doing card readings. Readings are $25. Good morning from Kansas City. Hello, a Dakotan. I'm going to say that wrong. Hi, Jill. J. Keel. I see you. I can't pin you. All right, Jill, I love the ones in your name. Let's do this thing. You are aligned, aren't you, friend? Those are the doorways. I'm so excited. Hey, Chicago native. You were smart. You moved. Okay, do me a favor. Take a nice, big, deep breath, Jill. Release. Drop your shoulders, and please give me permission to have access to your energy. Jill, I feel like I'm going to tell you stuff you already know, but we're just going to get it on the table. Friend, you've been here a lot. You have incarnated over and over, and you have a common thread in all of your incarnations. You carry a lot of wisdom with you. They're giving me a lot of Earth Gaia energy. So usually I see this with people who have incarnations as shamans, medicine women, healers of some kind in other incarnations. This is what I call an echo through your incarnations. Remembering time is not like this. It is like this. Your higher self is right in the center with all these incarnations coming out. You have multiple threads of a common theme. This is the theme of the healer. I don't feel like this is news to you, friend. I feel like you know this. This call to help others, this irresistible pull to do something to help other people, to put yourself on the line, to expose your heart. This is part of that. In multiple life experiences, I feel like you've come to a choice point where you had a choice to make, where you were going to continue to offer the healing, or an obligation or a push comes to shove and you have to make a choice. I don't know that you're at that choice now, but it feels like that choice is coming up. And what I want to remind you is there's always more than one way to accomplish something. If a roadblock gets put in your way, my friend, I want you to understand that roadblock is temporary and there's a way around it, okay? You have a lot of strength in your hand chakras right here in the palms, which are the healing hands. I also see the healer's triangle in your energy. This is the combination between the third eye, the heart, and the hands. It makes like a 3D triangle for me. This tells me you're very connected. I don't know that you're fully using your potential. That's the biggest thing I see in your energy. It feels like you hold back, almost like someone who is All right, so I'm just going to tell you the image they're giving me. It's like someone who wants to test their toughness, and they say to someone else, hit me as hard as you can. And the person's like, no, I'm not going to do that. And they're like, yeah, hit me as hard as you can. You're like, all right. So you hit them, but you don't hit them as hard as you can because you know you're going to hurt them. And they're like, no, bro, hit me as hard as you can. So then you haul off and you punch the crap out of them. And suddenly they're like, ow, that hurt. Okay, so friend, you have a lot of power in you, and there's no reason for you to be holding back on this. When people come to you for advice or they come to you for healing, they are seeking you out for a reason. Do not hold back. Don't sugarcoat. Just let them have it how it is. Be mindful, of course. Kimberly, I see you, and you are on the list. Be mindful, of course, but don't hold back. Girl, first card out of the deck is about that. Here we go. Jill, my guides are saying, stop being so reluctant to put your full power out there. Other people are going to come around that are going to see this. Yes, there are going to be people around you who feel uncomfortable about this. That's their problem, not yours. My guides are saying you are at a choice point. This is part of your karma in multiple life experiences. You have a choice to make. Am I going to fully embody the life I know is right for me, or I'm going to stay in this feeling of obligation? It is not one or the other, but about balance. Finding the way to do both is how you see the path, friend. My guides are telling me that your path is right in front of you, but because you have overcommitted yourself so much to the obligations that you're carrying, you can't quite see it. They want you to lean into your intuition and listen to the whispers that your heart are speaking, because friend, they're trying to tell you that the future is open and it's right in front of you. This feeling of being stuck is false. You are making changes, but it's going to require you to let go of some of the definitions that you're holding on into your root, especially around the feeling of having to fully obligate myself to everybody else. No is a complete sentence. You don't have to explain yourself to people. It's a good time to focus on you and continue the alignment that you already have. My guides are telling me this is leading to a place of celebration and feeling really, really good about where I am as you embody the new role that you've created for yourself, right? This new role, however, is going to require you to let go of some of the things you've been holding on to in order to let the wheel of change actually start spinning around. That means old definitions, old ideas, old habits. These are the things that are being kind of pushed to the surface, 222 in the room on confirmation, to let you know that these are things that need to be examined. Not because you're being punished, but because they're saying, let go of these things. Jill, my goodness, thank you so much, friend. Oh my goodness, these readings have been amazing. I'm so glad I came on here today. You guys are so inspirational in where you are going and how you're connected. I couldn't be more excited to be here with you guys today. I am so glad I'm here. Jill, thank you very, very much. Thank you, thank you. Hello from Ontario. Readings are $25. I have not been live on here before, so I'm glad that you caught me. My Cash App, my name is at the top here. You can send that through Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. Lisa, I see you, and you are on the list. Mariah, you are up next. Let me just update the list real quick. Mariah is up next. After Mariah is Stephanie, and then Kendra, Kimberly, and Lisa. So please be patient, all right? Good. I'm so glad. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate it. Hello, Mariah. I love your name. Love your name. Thank you. Grand Rising, friend. All right, Mariah. I'm ready, my friend. Do me a favor. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders, and please give me permission to have access to your energy. Mariah, you have beautiful blue energy, like a rainbow through your energy. You know how when you were a kid, maybe not everybody, but when I was a kid, my parents smoked in the house, windows closed, and the smoke would get trapped in the light, and you would see that flow of smoke. Girl, you have that flow of energy in your system, which tells me it is a flow. It is not a fight. You are not pushing, you are allowing, and this is an A+ report card on that. The blue colors, there's more than one. There's dark blue of the third eye, light blue of the throat. This tells me these two are working together in a cohesive way. What does that mean? That means that what you're receiving here, you're taking actionable steps behind and putting into your 3D world. The throat is the bridge between your inner and outer world. This is how we manifest something better for ourselves, by taking actionable steps in the right direction. My friend, you have a good connection between your third eye. You are a wonderful translator of vibration. Do not doubt that. Whatever messages you're receiving, they keep showing me hands like you have a tool that you use. There's weight to it, as if it could be cards, it could be crystals, it could be, I don't know what it is, but there's a tool that they're showing me that you have access to, that you have a lot of connection. They're telling me that there's expansion connected to this. Allow yourself to follow the inspiration that you may feel. If you find a deck of cards that you're drawn to, don't spend so much time trying to memorize the book. Instead, allow your intention or your intuition to lead you through the reading. When you are picking up these tools, I really feel like there's a tool in your hand, something that has weight to it, that has a deep connection here in the heart space. You, my friend, are a big translator of vibration, kind of like me. You will do a good job of conveying messages in different ways, but be mindful, because you probably won't remember them when you're done. And as you get more and more into this, the way you receive these messages is going to fluctuate based on your attunement at the time. You are like a receiver, a radio receiver, going in and out of different FM radio stations, depending on where you are in that moment. So if you are feeling disconnected, if you're feeling like the message isn't clear, give yourself permission to stop, reset, take a breath, and reconnect yourself to the right channel. I don't see any reason for you to feel disconnected at all from your energy. It's very strong. It just feels like the volume gets turned down, maybe disbelief, or maybe I don't know, doubt. I mean, we all have these things, right? We all feel these things. It doesn't feel any bigger than anybody else's. I just feel like you turn your volume down more than someone else would. And maybe that's because your intuition's louder than other people. I don't know. All right. Mariah, this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. My friend, you are standing at the doorway. Hey, oh my goodness. Who was that? Thank you. Valerie. Friend, thank you. I will put you on the list, Valerie, right after Lisa, so hang in there. All right, Mariah, this is what my guides say, okay? My guides want you to understand that now is the time for you to open up to this. So readings are $25. I see the $10 one. If you want to send it that way, just send the other $15 and we can do it that way, or Cash App, PayPal also. So that's completely up to you, friend. Now is the time for you to be authentically yourself. It's really time for you to step into this. The new role that you've cultivated for a while is right at the doorstep. It's waiting for you to call yourself forward. My friends are saying, my guides are saying that you've overcommitted yourself to the feeling of you have to do it all right now. And they want you to know it's small, bite-sized pieces that are most important. You want to take one step at a time, right? My guides want you to understand you are full of potential, Mariah. You have so much connection to higher self, and so much of the path has unrolled itself. The problem is that the way other people, it's like other people's doubts get in your head and cause you to question, and they don't want you to do that, okay? They don't want you to question anything anymore. My guides are saying, turn your attention away from the disappointment. Cindy, I see you. And you are on the list. You guys, please just be patient with me as I make my way through the list, okay? It just takes me a minute, all right? Now is the time for you to start taking action in the direction you want to go and actually commit to what you want to do, because, friend, you are standing at the doorway of the next phase of your awakening experience. Mariah, I am not kidding when I tell you. It is time to make better decisions for yourself and to lean on your chosen family, the people in your vibe tribe who want to see you supported and win, right? These are the people that are going to feed your determination. These are the people that want to see you succeed and will help you remember your ambition, remember what you want to do. So lean on your vibe tribe, Mariah, but I'm telling you, you're being pushed to really step forward into something better for yourself. Brenda, I see you, and you are on the list, friend. Mariah, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate you very, very much, friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope that was helpful. Please embrace your power. No matter if the people around you don't understand it, I am living proof. My husband does not get this. He doesn't understand this. He's not into this. He doesn't know anything about it. We don't have to talk about it. I've been married 27 years very happily. You don't have to talk about it with people like that. They will start asking questions because when they see how well your life is going, how things are changing for the better, that's what they'll want. They're going to know how. So you don't have to push. Mariah, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. You guys, I'm going to update the list. Please remember, I need your patience as I make my way through the list, okay? Stephanie is up next. So Stephanie, come on down and say hello. And then after Stephanie is Kendra, Kimberly, Lisa, Valerie, Cindy, and Brenda, and Anwandi. I've got you down at the bottom there. You sent like half of it, so we're good, right? Hello, Stephanie. Steph, good. Okay, Steph, I am ready, my friend. Girl. There's so many people with such strong energy in this room. Before I'm even connecting, I'm feeling it, and that's pretty amazing. All right, Stephanie, here we go. Hey, I got you, Aunt Wanda. You are on the list. I got you. All right, here we go, Stephanie. Sanders, I got you right after Aunt Wandy. So please be patient because there's a couple people on the list, okay? So please be patient. Stephanie, Kendra, Kimberly, Lisa, Valerie, Cindy, Brenda, Aunt Wandy, Sanders, and Shelly, okay? So please be patient with me. Let's pause on the list for now, okay? Let's pause for now just to make sure I get everybody. All right? Let's pause for now. All right, Stephanie, here we go. I want to make sure I got this person. Yes, Sanders, I got you. Okay. Stephanie, here we go. Solar energies are high, right? Here we go, Stephanie. Do me a favor. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders, friend. And please give me permission to have access to your energy. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm getting the image that is one that repeats a lot in my energy. I'm getting a sunrise. Can I just tell you how exciting that is? What changed, Stephanie? What did you do? Something changed. There's a sunrise in your energy. First of all, sunrise is bright yellow, which tells me your solar plexus is a big part of this driving change. It has an orange rim to it, which tells me it has something to do with your solar plexus or a new role also coming forward. It is a sunrise for sure, so this is a sign of something new starting. There is a sense of having a storm just passed or a storm having just passed, get your words together, as if I can smell the ionization in the air from the rain, as if something just passed. This, goodness gracious, Stephanie, my solar plexus is doing flip-flops for you. My friend, there's so much going on in your energy. Whatever storm it was that just passed, I am feeling that it's over. There is a definite sense of a sunrise in your space and a sense of something new coming forward. This has a very physical feel of manifestation to it, okay? A very physical feel of manifestation. This feels like a change that is outward facing, as if the way other people perceive me will come to the surface. That could be a change in jobs, relationship, location, some physical change like that. But this is all being fueled by that solar plexus after a storm has passed. It feels like the storm stirred some stuff up or something. When I'm looking at your heart space, it has a few bruises on it, but nothing too particular that really is getting my attention. It's much more, it's like the heart itself is stronger than the bruise, is kind of what they're showing me. Girl, I couldn't be more excited for you if I was doing jumping jacks right now. I know it doesn't look like it, but you got some serious new beginnings coming forward. I do have a hold on the list for now. Please, no more people sign up at this moment. I want to catch up first. All right, Stephanie. Okay, whatever it was that you just went through, my guides want you to understand that you had to remember that you could do things yourself. There was something that had to come apart because you'd become dependent on something outside of you. So the self-sufficiency was the important piece, because if you had stayed where you were, it would have only kept a sense of self-defeat in the space. So instead, my guides are saying this change came forward to bring you the mental clarity you need in order to receive the emotional wisdom that's being offered to you, to help you understand that you can do this on your own and you will be okay. I understand that you may be worried or concerned about money, but the King of Pentacles comes forward to say, friend, I've got your back. You're going to be okay. All right. My guides also want you to understand that selfishness is not a dirty word, that you've spent a lot of time doing for others outside of you. And now is the time to replenish self so that you don't get lost in the shuffle. As you do this, you are going to learn more and more truths about yourself and the situation in which you find yourself. And it's going to lead to a sense of celebration, a coming home. The throat chakra comes forward to let me know this absolutely has a physical component, a physical manifestation to it. The throat is the bridge between the inner and outer world. This is how you build the life you want, is through actionable changes. This tells me you have a very physical change coming forward. It is going to take some introspection. What that means is you got to stop listening to what everyone else is telling you is best for you and do what you feel is right for you. This is not only going to lead to a sense of fulfillment, but a sense of stepping outside of your comfort zone and embracing some adventure for the first time, maybe. This is you allowing yourself to come into balance and actually follow those inspired pursuits that are going to help you feel most aligned with who you are and where you're going. Dang. I was so excited about that, Stephanie. I could feel that before I even got into your reading. I am so excited for you, friend. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My goodness, Stephanie. I hope that was helpful. I appreciate you so, so much, friend. So, so much. Woo! All right, so Kendra, thank you, Stephanie. Kendra is up next. Remember, you guys, just because the reading doesn't have your name on it doesn't mean it's not for you. If you feel called to this room, hang out because you may hear something that answers the question that you had. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate you very, very much. So keep an open mind, you guys. All right, Kendra, you are up next. Come on down. I have to be really honest with you guys. I was very resistant to going live on here. I see you, friend. I don't know why, because this is so fun. I'm so enjoying myself. So fun. So fun. All right, Kendra, here we go. Do me a favor. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop those shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. Kendra, I get a lot of movement in your energy. You also have an echo. You've incarnated a lot. So that is not a flaw. That is the sign of a seeker, and everybody incarnates a lot, but your incarnations are different. Your incarnations are not necessarily to correct karma. They're to seek new knowledge. You have an echo in your energy of wisdom. So this is people who are priests in other life experiences, teachers, leaders of some kind. If you are a nurse, you're a charge nurse. If you're in research, you're the lead researcher, all those sorts of things. You very much have the wisdom and seeker energy very prominent in your space. I can see this echoed forever, okay? You may not have liked school, but often that's because those of us who are seekers have a brain that functions a little bit differently. So you probably have ADD, ADHD, you may have autism, something going on to make you just a slight bit neurospicy, but that's purposeful to help you process information differently because you came here to take in a lot and translate it for other people. You're one of those people that back in the day when people couldn't read, you would have been a priest because you could read the information to people and translate that for them. Not trying to say you were power hungry or anything like that, just saying a translator of vibration. That makes you a wisdom seeker. I see this a lot with people who are drawn to learning little bits about a lot of things. Kind of like when you go out to dinner, you don't necessarily want a dinner, I like to try all the appetizers. It's like that with knowledge. You pick up a little bit from here, a little bit from there, and it's hard to do that in this society, especially Western society, because we've been taught that it must follow a certain pattern, but that comes out of trying to control us and not trying to help us. So as we break that mold, it can be very difficult to allow ourselves to do that. But my friend, you are a wisdom seeker through and through, from the roots of your hair to the tips of your toes. As you embody information, I feel very strongly that you're able to take it in and sort of digest it in a way and give it to someone else so that they can better understand it. You may not have found your exact niche just yet, but you will. There will be some subject that that you pick up on that has got an interest in you, and bam, it's like, ooh, I'm there. And you start pulling on that thread, and girl, you're going to have so much information flowing forward. Do not be afraid to write it down. Do not be afraid to talk about it. Do not be afraid to explore it, but don't get stuck in the idea that you have all of the answers. The more you talk to people and open up, the more you will receive and understand that there is greater expansion there for you. But you 100% have that energy in your space. Echoes of a wisdom. Echoes of a wisdom. So, I don't know how else to explain it, but it's echoes of a wisdom. All right. So this is what my guys have to say in addition to everything I've already said. Number one, Kendra, they want you to understand you're heading into a good place in your life. Look at that 111 confirmation. Freaking love it. You are heading into a very good place in your life right now, and it's full of potential. What my guides are asking you to do is embrace this new beginning that's been handed to you. You have a lot of strength in your manifestation power, so be careful where you are putting your energy. Your throat chakra is very active. This is the bridge between your inner and outer world and how you manifest into the physical realities. So be mindful of how you are speaking to yourself and about yourself. The words I am are powerful. You do not say I am sick. I am feeling sick. Temporary. I am sick. Permanent. Be very mindful. My guides are telling me this is a time of liberation for you, but there are some teachings in your root that are holding you back a little bit. These are things that make you feel nervous, that sort of thing. Your little triggers that are getting pushed on, it's okay. They will work themselves out as long as you make the commitment to follow through. There's confirmation that you are a very strong manifester, and friend, you're standing at the doorway of change and you are being offered a ton of emotional wisdom. This is confirmation for me that you're what I was saying, that you have all of this stuff, right? You have all of this wisdom being offered to you. You just have to open up to it, Kendra. Don't be afraid to speak about what you know. Don't worry about if everyone doesn't understand. It's okay. You're not meant to teach everyone. The right people will understand and vibrate with you or vibe with you, and you will draw them in, okay? Just don't be afraid to put it out there. Don't be afraid to say what you know is true. Goodness, Kendra, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, 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 yes. I am that I am. You are all that you are. Kendra, thank you so very much. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Kimberly. Kendra, I hope that was helpful. I appreciate you. Kimberly is up next. 2 Ks in a row is a high five from the universe saying we're doing good work here, so that's great. Kimberly, come on down and say hello. Make sure you let me know who it is. Thank you, friend. After Kimberly is Lisa. Then Valerie, Cindy, Brenda, Anwandi, Sanders, Shelly, and Nikki. I am going to close my list. I'm going to close my list for the day, so no more readings today. I have a big list to catch up on, but check back. I'll be live tomorrow again. All right. Kimberly, if I missed you, please say hello again. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. I gotta open the window. Kimberly, please say hello. Kimberly. Girl, you got some spice in your energy. Hello, is that you, Kimberly? Yes, there's Kimberly. Hello, friend. I see you. Kimberly L, I got you. You got some spice in your energy. They're showing me dynamite. What's going on? All right, here we go, Kimberly. Do me a favor. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. Release. Drop your shoulders, and please give me permission to have access to your energy. Look at you bringing the heat. Look at you bringing the heat. You see me breaking out in a sweat? That's you, all right? No need to apologize. I don't want you to apologize. I want you to own that shit, girl. You got some serious energy going on. There's a lot of heat in your space. Heat comes from movement. That tells me that you, my friend, are making big changes, big moves in your energy. When I look at your energy, there's a lot of red in it. Red is the color of the root. It is where all your understandings, your teachings about the world around you, all your preconceived notions, everything is held in that root space. You have a lot of red in your energy right now. What that means is there's a lot of undoing and expansion happening. Often this can create a sense of rumble underneath, kind of like standing on a little bit of unstable ground. It can feel like I start to make progress and then something else happens and I feel like the progress I made disappears. My friend, you are working on digging up some very deeply planted triggers that came from really long time ago. These feel, the word injustice is given to me as if an injustice happened, or you perceive an injustice to have happened and it caused some sort of like anchor in your energy. This is what's being shown to me as being undone, and they're showing me a reclamation of power. I am calling back my power to me. I'm re-embodying my empowerment. This is not an easy phase to be in. It can make us very spicy is the best word I can come up with. It can make it so we are a little more reactive than we might like to be. You have a lot of spice in your throat space. Just be mindful is all I'm saying. I am not telling you to temper yourself. I'm just saying be mindful that the way you respond to someone else is in concert with the way you want to respond or be perceived. Not that you can help how they receive what you say, but you can help how you feel about what you say. So I keep wanting to tell you to be mindful about the spice in your throat. Just be careful, especially later today. Not to plant seeds, but later today, you may have a conversation with someone that makes you want to kind of bite their head off a little bit. Give yourself a hot second to take a deep breath and say, hold on a minute. That's not what I want to do. Just as a little forewarning, all right? Kimberly, this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. Friend, you are standing at the doorway of massive change in your energy. It is time to start... Okay, it's time to start putting some energy towards self-focus. We've all been taught that the word selfish is a bad word. It is not. You are the only person who can take care of you. That does not mean to ignore everyone else. It just means to give yourself permission to focus on you. There is a feeling of abundance in your space, meaning your family's going to be okay. Whatever it is that you are worried about right now, you want to take this as a sign that they're saying, I got your back. Your guides are here for you, friend. My guides are also saying that you are generating a whole new role for you. The sacral chakra is where your outward-facing roles lie. This is how other people perceive you and the relationships that are the result of those outward-facing roles, right? So friendships, parents, siblings, partners, lovers, co-workers, all of these relationships are going to shift because you are changing. That may mean that some of those people that used to be best friends, good co-workers, they may not come around so much, but that's okay. It's just because you're shifting in vibration. This is a time where you start to embody the most of who you are and really allow yourself to come forward, letting go of holding back. It feels like you've been suppressing yourself long enough. It's time to embrace that heart space and recognize the beautiful inner peace that belongs to you. Your third eye, your higher self, is very connected to you and constantly offering you inspiration. The problem is it feels like you don't follow up on it. The restlessness that you feel is because you can feel the dissonance between where you are and where you have the opportunity to be. They are different levels of frequency. You can feel the difference. So you have to let go of what's holding you here so that you can rise here and integrate that frequency. That will help to get rid of that feeling of restlessness that may be building up in your space. Goodness. Kimberly, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate that. Kimberly, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. I hope it was helpful. So my list is closed for today, KL Vegas. I will be back later this week. You can always check back. I usually go on in the mornings. I also offer private sessions through my website. Those sessions are a bit different. They're more in depth, and you get a recording. You get, not a recording, but you get a summary of your session. Those are private sessions. They are face-to-face. I will never reach out, but you can schedule one through my website. All right. Lisa, come on down. You are up next, my friend. Thank you, friend. I appreciate that. Hello from Montana. Hello, Lisa. I see you. Jakarta Marie. Ooh, I love that. All right, Lisa, here we go. Girl. All right, Lisa. This is what let's do it. Do me a favor. Take a nice big deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders. And please give me permission to have access to your energy. All right, so Lisa, I want to be very gentle with your energy, okay? They're showing me a doll baby. It's a beautiful doll baby, but it feels like she's stiff, like she's been dressed a certain way, made up a certain way, look, act, and portray yourself a certain way. It's as if someone dressed you as a doll baby. Not saying that you didn't have control over some parts of your life, and I feel like this was probably younger, but it feels almost like young adulthood, as if I'm trying to fit in or was trying to fit into an idea that I had of what I was supposed to be. I don't think this idea was necessarily bad. I don't necessarily feel like it was horrible, but I also feel like it didn't quite fit. It's like you tried to fill a role that you did a good job at, but it also feels like it's like wearing the wrong size shoes. You can do it, but it's not exactly comfortable, and it's going to give you blisters after a little while. I feel like this was necessary, though, because the contrast that you feel in where you are and where you want to be is helping to drive you in the direction that's more aligned with you. So the contrast that's coming forward, the feeling of I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this, it's helping you to narrow down where you want to go. I feel like, and this is not a judgment, and this is not saying anything bad, but I feel like for a while you may have given more weight to someone else's opinion of what you should be doing than your own. And I think that's very normal. I think most of us, at least in the Western Hemisphere, especially in America, go through that. But I feel like you're really stepping into a time where they're showing me like the doll baby facade is cracking, and you're starting to shine outside of that. You are outgrowing the uniform that you were given, so to speak. And as you outgrow this, you're going to start to see that things are changing, right? There is a sense of fear behind this. I feel like there's change coming up that has a little bit of nervousness around it. What I can tell you about this change is it feels aligned with the higher self in the best way possible, even though it may have a little bit of disruption as you make your way there. I want to point out that it's disruption, not destruction. Just a little bit of a bounce as you make your way there. All right, Lisa, this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. My guides are saying as this change comes forward, they want you to recognize it may feel a little disruptive at first. You might even be starting to go through this now. What they want you to understand is that you're going to be okay. On the other side of this is a feeling of celebration and coming home, right? This is the big piece of it, the coming home piece. I feel like I finally belong somewhere. I feel like I finally fit in somewhere. All of this is where you're going. It's going to be vitally important that you don't allow your insecurities to get the best of you as you spread and grow into this space, and instead tune into that heart space and what it's trying to tell you, because friend is trying to show you that the path is right here in front of you. But until you put your focus on you and what you need, it's hard to see that. I want to confirm for you that you have a very strong connection to your higher self. Your higher self is saying, hey, the GPS is turned on and ready to go. It's up to you to see the truth of the situation, that maybe you're filling a role that wasn't designed for you and you would feel better making small changes. If you are worried about your family, my guide is letting me know that your family is going to be okay through all of these changes, and that your dreams and your desires are literally within your reach. It's just up to you to go after them. And again, it's not about big giant leaps of change. It's about small sustainable action to help move you in the direction you want to go. But Lisa, the time of being a doll and doing what everyone else has told you is over for sure. You are definitely stepping into a time of embodiment, empowerment, grace. It's just going to be slow unfolding. It's not going to happen all at once. It rarely does. So don't get discouraged when it takes a minute for it to unfold, okay? Whew. Lisa, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. My messages go viral worldwide. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thanks, guys. All right. Valerie, you are up next. I am so excited to read for you. Come on down. Valerie is up next, and then Cindy, then Brenda, then Anwandi, Sanders, Shelly, and Nikki. That is the list. So please be patient with me as I make my way through the list. Remember, I do have a Patreon channel. It is very, very active. I post every Wednesday. A new article comes out connecting science and spirituality. Not to mention, I offer classes over there. There's so much you can do. So please go check out my Patreon account if you have not already. All right, Valerie, say hello for me. If you said hello, it disappeared because the comments don't stay up here. There you are. I see you. Valerie Williams. So excited. This is the Intuitive City Oracle deck. He sells on Etsy. I believe his store is called My Intuitive Intention, or you can go to his website, which is intuitiveintention.com. All right, Valerie, here we go. I got distracted, sorry. You know how it is when you hear stuff. I don't know. All right, here we go. Maybe it's just me. All right, Valerie, do me a favor. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. Valerie, they're giving me a crown on your head and a lot of purple in your energy. Okay, so here's something I want you to understand. Purple is the color of the crown, obviously, the spiritual crown. But when I see this type of frequency, it is usually related to someone who has had or continues to have multiple incarnations in a strong leadership role. Someone who is royalty is often one of these. Someone who is priesthood is often one of these. Yours is not necessarily so much about the wisdom part as it is about the leadership part. It's like I can rally the troop. You have the type of energy that would be a general, something like that. I understand that where you are right now, it may not feel like that, but this is inside of you. It is definitely down in there, even if it may feel dormant. I think that there are signs of this in your life, like if you've ever worked in a group project and you've stepped up and been the one to say, okay, I'm just going to take control of this, I'm going to do this. That is that leadership stepping out of you. It doesn't always mean that we're good public speakers. You can be in a leadership role and feel the energy of leadership and not be a good public speaker, because it's not always about motivating the masses. It's about motivating the right person, right? And I feel like you've done this multiple times. I do feel like you hold back on your voice a little bit in this life experience, and it feels like it's a learned behavior, as if reaching out to touch the hot stove and getting your hand smacked so you pull it back. It feels like perhaps you've offered wisdom before, offered advice, offered stuff to people before and had your hand smacked, and there's a feeling of wanting to pull back. Friend, you don't have to say it to everybody. You don't have to talk to everybody. You don't even have to bring it up. The right people will start coming to you when you stop being so nervous about it, right? I understand how that sounds. But law of attraction works on how you feel, not what you say. So if you are feeling nervous about something, then you are going to get reflections of reasons to feel nervous about that. Instead, I encourage you to focus on the excitement. Just because it's unknown doesn't mean it's scary. Again, very much the frequency signature of a leader in your space. Lots of purple, usually associated with royalty. I don't know if you've ever had a past life examination or looked at your past lives or your Akashic records, but I bet if you did, there's a lot of leadership roles in there, and you have that in you now. It just feels like the opportunity to put that forward has not been as easy to come by in this experience. This is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. Valerie, my guides want you to embrace the inner leader in you, because it's going to give you a greater sense of liberation, letting go of all the things that feel like you can't speak up about. This is where you're going to feel most authentically yourself and see the most amount of progress possible. Your family, they're saying try not to worry about them. They're going to be okay. Even if it feels a little rocky right now, they're going to be okay. Things will work out for the best where your family is concerned. There is a significant amount of potential in your energy, but it does require your work, your input. It's kind of like when you ask the universe for a birthday cake and you get the keys to a fully stocked kitchen. It's easy to have the reaction of, I didn't get a cake, but friend, you got the keys to a kitchen. You can make whatever kind of cake you want. It just takes some action on your end. My guides are asking you to continue to stay heart-centered. This is where you're going to stay in alignment with your higher self. Even if things feel tough, they're asking you to be at least compassionate for yourself. This will help the path to open in front of you and lead you to into a place of celebration. Again, this very much feels like the embracing of the inner leader, even if it just comes to you. Instead of waiting for someone else to give you direction, start tapping into what feels right for you. If you start something and you don't feel connected to it anymore, that's okay. You can move on to something else. Just because you start Reiki doesn't mean you have to end with Reiki. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of want to embrace whatever you're drawn towards, and especially leadership positions. It may not be, public speaking, but translation of energy, guiding the right person, that sort of thing. That's very, very strong in your energy. Valerie, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate it very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope that was helpful, friend. I hope that was helpful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Cindy is up next. Come on down. Say hello. Cindy is up next. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you, thank you. Cindy, say hello. If you are Cindy, come on down and say hello. I am so excited to read for you and ready to go, friend. Oh, well, thank you. Stacy, thank you so much. I appreciate that. My list is closed, Stacy. I will get that back to you though. My list is closed. Cindy, I see you. There you are. I apologize. My list is just closed. I will get that back to you. Cindy, give me 2 seconds, Stacy. I gotta do this real quick. I want to make sure I get that back to her. All right, Stacey, I'll have to do it after my live. I can't do it right now. I will get it back to you, I promise. All right, Cindy, here we go. Do me a favor. Cindy, take a nice big deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. So Cindy, when I look at your energy, there are so many flowers, so many different colors of flowers. I've got purple flowers, pink flowers, yellow flowers. I don't have any blue flowers, but all the pastels for sure. I'm not sure what all the flowers mean, but they're all in your space and there's a softness about your energy as if a loving kindness is there. My friend, I feel like you have a lot of healing energy, but it also has a lot of mothering energy to it, as if you're there to be the soft landing place for somebody, as if you're there to pick up the pieces. This tells me that you have a very strong empathetic side. I do want to caution you against losing your balance over that. Sometimes it's very easy as an empath to overextend, to sort of give more to help other people and then not replenish ourselves. The problem with that is if you don't replenish yourself, you can't be the best version of who you are for the other people. So you have to make sure that you have boundaries and mindfulness, especially when it comes to replenishing yourself. They're showing me a little bit of disruption in your lower 2 chakras. So your root and your sacral chakra are a little bit wobbly. Sometimes when these two are wobbly like this, it is a transition in a role that you're carrying. So if you have a kiddo that's going away to school or changing grades or moving out or getting married, if you have a sibling that the role is changing with, if you have a parent where your role is changing or a partner where your role is changing, this is often the signature I see. I don't necessarily feel like it's a bad change. It just feels like a change. It's more like I'm being told there's a change happening than, oh my God, there's a change happening. This is causing that bump in the root in the sacral chakra. It doesn't feel like there's anything that needs to be done about it. It feels like it's already in motion and it feels like something that leads to a unwinding of some kind of teaching. But again, I can't quite see what relationship it's related to. Just be mindful that there may be some bumps around some of the relationships that you have. Not that they're bad necessarily, but expansion or change in some of these relationships. All right, so this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I have already said. Cindy, you are standing at the doorway for massive potential. The change that I'm feeling in your sacral chakra and your root is opening the door for you to expand into something greater than the role than you already have. My guides are asking you to follow your inspired pursuits as much as possible, even if there's a little bit of conflict around that. Like, I could be spending my time cleaning my bathroom and not creating this beautiful work of art. Yes, you could, but you could also create this beautiful work of art and the bathroom will still be there. My guides want you to understand you have a very good connection to your higher self and that your heart chakra is on point, friend. There's no reason for you to be questioning that. As an empath, you're going to be very in tune with how you feel and you're going to read people very well. You have to learn to trust that. My guides are asking you to do some introspection because where you are is not where you're meant to be. You're moving forward, you are expanding, and that feeling of being stuck is asking you to look within and figure out what exactly you want to do. One of the first questions I ask every single client I work with is, what do you want? Where do you want to see yourself? And most often the answer is, I don't know. So if you don't know where you want to go, you can't make steps in that direction. My guides are telling me that this change that you're going through may make you feel a little bit vulnerable, but they also want you to understand that you are manifesting something better for yourself. The throat chakra is about physical manifestation. There's a physical change happening in the world for you, but it's going to take a hot second to come forward. It does feel like it leads to a sense of victory and it leads to a sense of uncovering greater truth about yourself. Once the change starts to happen, it feels like it's going to happen quickly, but it's going to lead to a sense of positivity in your energy or good change. Feels like very good change. Cindy, thank you so much. Feels like very good change. I wish I could tell you exactly what it is. There's no way for me to tell you that. It's in your sacral chakra and your root. So usually a long-held relationship, probably a parent or a sibling or someone you've known for a long time is shifting in the relationship. Doesn't mean the relationship is over, just means it's shifting. Thank you. Good. I'm so glad you're shining bright like a lighthouse. You should. Thank you so much. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate you very, very much. All right. Brenda, you are up next. Come on down. Brenda is up next. Then Anwandi, then Sanders, then Shelly, and then Nikki. And then that is the end of the list for the day. I will refund Stacy as soon as I get off of live. Thank you, friend. All right, so Brenda, say hello. Make sure you let me know that you are Brenda if the name is different than the display name. You're up, Brenda. Come on down. I don't think I didn't bring my water bottle. Brenda. You'll hold Brenda's spot. Brenda, come on down and say hello. I'm ready to read for you. Come on down. Thank you so much, Valerie. I truly appreciate that. Thank you very much. Believe me, I doubt a lot. Sometimes I worry if I'm doing any good, I'll tell you. Thank you. Hi, Dave. Hi, King David. I'm looking for Brenda. Brenda, come on down and say hello. Well, thank you, Valerie. All right, so hello from the Netherlands. I don't know where Brenda is. Anwandi, I'm gonna do yours, and then if Brenda comes back, I will do hers. If you guys see Brenda, please let me know. I don't know. Hello in Orlando, Florida. thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right, Aunt Wandi, I'm going to go ahead and do your reading because I'm not sure where Brenda is. If she doesn't come back, I will refund her. But Aunt Wandi, come on down. You are up. We will hold Brenda's spot if she comes back. After Aunt Wandi is Sanders, then Shelly, and then Nikki. All right, Aunt Wandi, say hello so I can focus on you real quick. There you are. I see you. Oh, well, thank you, friend. I appreciate that, Danielle. All right, Aunt Wandi, here we go. Do me a favor. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders. And please give me permission to have access to your energy. You have that wisdom energy too. Girl, I've got so many wisdoms in my room. That's amazing. So Aunt Wandi, your energy is the frequency signature of a wisdom as well. This is someone who has continued to live multiple incarnations with an echo of a common theme. This is one of wisdom. I see this in people who are shaman, doctors, nurses, teachers, Reiki practitioners, these sorts of people, the people who hold the wisdom, the storytellers, the people who pass down the knowledge. This is the energy that you embody. I bet you tell a good story. I bet that you're very engaging in conversation when you choose to be. I bet that you are able to draw people into your conversations very easily. This is because your throat chakra has an extra tune to it. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like having an extra set of vibrations in that throat chakra, like having 6 fingers, right? You have a little extra in there, and that allows you to connect with people on a vibrational level when you're speaking to them especially. This is not always verbal. It could be written as well, but the sense is that you're conveying some kind of vibrational understanding through your voice. As a wisdom, as a teacher, you will find people are drawn to you for advice. They're drawn to you for a lot of things. The trick is going to be in being mindful and remembering that not all the advice you are ready to offer is ready to be heard. And there's a lot of people who you will tell them the truth and they won't like it. That has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. I would encourage you to remember not to change your message based on their ability to hear and receive it. You can only tell the truth. You can't change your message. You can't change anything you're doing. You can only tell the truth, okay? So don't back down from that at any point. This wisdom energy you carry feels a little buried. It's as if it's underneath the weight of a lot of obligation in the world around you. And I would encourage you to pick up some books and things that interest you, podcasts, whatever it is, short articles, and start feeding that wisdom side of you. I feel like you would embody that greatly and be able to translate that in a way that maybe you can't see possible right now. All right, Aunt Wandi, this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. You, my friend, are walking a karmic balance. This is something that you are doing right now to balance things out. This means that you've come to a point in this incarnation, as well as many others, where you have the choice to follow the path of the wisdom or to follow the path of staying where you are. This may be a little bit uncomfortable, but they're asking you to release the idea that just because things have always been one way means they must stay that way. You have a very good connection to your third eye, and literally the future is enrolling in front of you, but you are being asked to embody the role that your crown is giving you, the role of wisdom, right? Embrace this wisdom. The way you do that is by following your inspiration to the best of your ability while not overcommitting yourself to the obligations of the world around you. This is about balance. This reading, Wandi, this reading is all about finding the balance. You've got to balance yourself between what you're doing and what you're taking in. Finding what resonates with you and putting it out there in the way that works is going to lead you not only to a place where you feel like you belong, but to a whole new beginning for you. This is really encouraging you to step up and make the commitment to yourself to embrace this signature frequency that you have and allow yourself to make the progress down your spiritual path that you've been asking for. I actually feel like you're walking down this path already farther than you think, that you're more successful on this than you've given yourself credit for, that I think you've been taught to doubt yourself so much that you're not listening to all the stuff you're getting. And so this is the push to get you to listen, right? To get you to let go of that. Woo! Wandi, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate it. Embrace that inner wisdom, my friend. Embrace that inner teacher. It is amazing. Wandi, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate you very, very much. Hello, thank you. Hello from Calgary. Good morning, Aquarius Rising. KD, good morning. 555. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. Slowly. That's how you process. Write it down. Process your way through it. Talk your way through it, you know? Thank you so much. All right. Brenda. Is Brenda back? Is Brenda back in the room? So the thing with energy, hey Brenda, I see you. I got you. The thing with energy vampires is they often don't know they're doing it, and the reason they're doing that is because it feels better. It's just like anything else. If it feels better to be in warm water, you're going to move to warm water. It's a response. It's a natural response. When they are unaware that they're doing it, we can't do a whole lot about that, but protect ourselves. All right, Brenda, I am ready for you, my friend. Let's do this thing. Do me a favor, take a nice big deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders, and please give me permission to have access to your energy. Brenda, so I don't want to freak you out, so please take everything I say, just, okay? When I look at you, you have very strong third eye energy. They're showing me a hooded figure. So hooded figure is not an evil thing. A hooded figure is someone who understands how to manipulate and work with magic. This is often someone that we call a witch. So if you are drawn to earth magic, herbs, crystals, anything like that, I would really encourage you to follow that. When I look at your energy, it has a lot of, I don't know a good word for it, mystique. You have a lot of etheric energy around you, as if you're more in the etheric realm than you are here in the physical realm. I don't feel like you have a 50-50 balance. I feel like you're a lot up here, but I also feel like that's part of your design, as if that's purposeful. So if you ever have that feeling of I don't belong here, I don't fit in, I mean, I know a lot of people have that, but yours is coming from the feeling that you really don't. Like you're a different type of energy. It's like you're not all the way incarnated. I don't know how else to explain that. You have one foot in the etheric realm, which tells me that you have good communication with that type of energy. I have no other word for that energy other than angelic, but I'm not talking about angel with wings and cherubs. I'm talking about high frequency, high vibrational type of energy. That's what you have a connection to. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of any messages you may be receiving, any communications, any dreams, any of those things. Don't be afraid of any of that stuff because your connection is strong. Oracle is a word also that comes to mind. I bet you've had multiple incarnations where you've been someone that has been in an oracle type position where people come like the Oracle with Delphi, these types of things. You have one foot in that etheric realm, not because you're about to die, but because you have that type of connection and it feels purposeful in why you brought it here with you, okay? So Brenda, this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. They want you to understand that as an energetic being, you are 100% self-sufficient. You 100% have control over this. You've just been taught to believe that you don't. Your connection is there and it's part of your identity. My guides are asking you to see that connection, to see that greater part of yourself and allow yourself to walk on that path. There are some physical changes that will manifest in your life as you start to embrace this. The throat chakra is the bridge between the inner and outer worlds. It's how you manifest physical reality. So my guides are showing me that you have a strong enough connection to bring that forward into the physical. You just kind of have to allow it to do so. This does not mean to dive full on head first into something you aren't familiar with, but don't be afraid to look something up because it has a bad connotation or because you've been taught that it was bad. They are wrong. Okay, the witches of the old days were the midwives, were the women who helped birth the babies and solve the pain problems. Those were the witches of the old days. My guides are asking you to stop avoiding this bigger part of yourself, that once you do, it helps your heart to step into a state of expansion and literally put your dreams and desires within your reach. The problem is that you talk yourself out of it too much, and that comes from a teaching that you received when you were younger around this, whatever it is. Instead, they're asking you to open up to the mental clarity that's being offered to you because that is where you're going to find your empowerment, friend. That is where you're going to find your empowerment. Brenda, I don't know how that manifests for you. but you have that deep connection to the etheric. So if you feel floaty, if you feel like you have very active dreams, if you don't feel like you're fully here all the time, keeping track of time may be difficult, all these things are part of that. And it's just a sign of a deep, strong connection to something greater, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. Brenda, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, friend. I appreciate that. I hope it was helpful, Brenda. I appreciate your patience. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sanders, you are up next. Already starting to think about what I want for lunch. Thank you. Hello, I am live. Thank you, Brenda. I appreciate you. All right, Sanders, I am ready. Thank you. I am a Leo. I am a Leo. I am very proud of the collective. We're doing so good in the face of challenge. Serious challenge. All right, Sanders, here we go. Do me a favor, take a nice big deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop those shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. All right, so when I look at your energy, they're showing me someone with a lot of weight on their back and their shoulders. It wouldn't surprise me if you have upper back pain or neck pain, okay? You are carrying a lot here, and it feels like they're showing me that they're stones, as if these stones were set on your shoulders for you to carry. A lot of times I see this type of imagery with people who have a lot of physical obligation or feel like they have a lot of physical obligation. They're also showing me that you are walking, you are making progress, but you have, it looks like, for lack of a better term, obviously they're trying to convey something here. You have like a cape on, and the cape has the rocks on it. And as you walk, the rocks are being sort of dragged, right? And the feeling is, good grief. The feeling is if you could take the rocks off of this cape, you would see that you could walk much faster. I feel like some of these obligations that you carried around are ones that have been given to you through tradition or expectation or culture. These are not ones that you necessarily need to take on, but ones that you feel an obligation to take on. This is not a call for you to throw away all the things that you are obligated to deal with, like your bills or your family, but it is a call for you to find a little bit of balance in between what you are doing that you are obligated to do and what you're doing that you want to do. This doesn't mean throw everything away. This means find time, because you have time. Instead of mindlessly watching some television show that you don't even know why you're watching it, do something creative, go for a walk, build something, read something, do something else. Small little moments throughout your day will help to spread this out a little bit and take away some of the weight of those rocks on the cape. When I look at the path you're on, I can see that you've been carrying this for a long time. There's like drag marks in the sand, but I also see that you don't have to, that there's plenty of obligation that you are required to deal with, but there's a lot of this that you're taking on or taking on more than you need to. Like the idea, and this is not necessarily it specifically, but kind of like the idea of when you have an adult child, at some point, they kind of need to take care of themselves, and you have to trust that you've prepared them in the best way possible. And it's not necessarily that specifically what it is, but it's that kind of feeling of wanting you to sort of let things unfold that you've prepared in a good way and to trust the work that you've done. As you trust this, it will unfold in a way that shows you that you can trust it, right? All right, so this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. Sanders, you are embodying a role that you don't need to fill. There's a lot of obligation that you've taken on that doesn't belong to you. It comes from culture or surroundings or someone else telling you that this is how you should be living your life. Kind of like the idea of the American dream. It's kind of a lie, right? My guides want you instead to see the truth of the situation and allow yourself to embrace some creative vision, go after the things that are more creative, that make you feel more balanced in your life, and not only focus on the things you have obligations to. My guides are telling me you have to be patient with this because you are in a state of expansion. So things in the physical reality take time to unfold because we have physical rules here. Physics is one of them. You say you want to fly, you can't grow wings, you have to find a different way to do it. So be patient with yourself. There is definitely change happening, but again, it's going to take a hot minute for it to come forward. Whatever you're worried about financially, King of Pentacles comes forward to say, I got your back, and you don't need to be as worried about it as you are, so try to relax around this. You have a very strong connection to your higher self, but your focus on you is not there. It's on everything outside of you. So again, it's not about throwing all that away, but about finding the balance between focusing here and focusing there. My guides are telling me once you release some of these rocks that you're carrying around, it literally opens you up to a whole new paradigm and says you get to see yourself through the lens of source instead of the limited lens of man, but you have to let go of some of those things that you're carrying. They're too heavy, they don't belong to you, they're weighing you down, all the stuff. Hi, Meg. So my list is closed for today, but I will probably be back tomorrow. So just keep your notifications on, and when I come live, you drop in. Sanders, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Readings are $25. My list is closed for today. I will likely be back tomorrow. Just turn your notifications on is the best thing I can tell you because I don't know for sure what time. Sanders, thank you very, very much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope that was helpful, friend. Yes, they are 25, but yes, thank you. All right, Shelly, you are up next. Come on down. After Shelly is Nikki. They are 25, yes. After Shelly is Nikki. Shelly, come on down. You're next. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, friend. You be well, too. It's a great day. It's a great day. I don't usually go live on the weekends. Weekends are family time, you know? Shelly B, hello, I see you. I got you, friend. I think it's fun that we have another Shelly in here, but this is for Shelly B. All right, here we go. All right, Shelly. Do me a favor, take a nice big deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Please drop your shoulders and give me permission to have access to your energy. Shelly, you have a lot of sparkles in your energy. Sparkles are always a sign of magic from my guides. That means that you're a strong manifester. What that means is you really need to pay attention to the way you speak to yourself and the way you speak about yourself, the way you speak about your environment. Your words are strong. It would not surprise me if you had a human design chart done and found out you were a hella spleenal manifester. You are someone that when you start putting some energy towards someone, friend, you are going to manifest that shit. And so be careful that you are manifesting what you want. Your words carry weight. That's why it's called spelling, just saying. You have a lot of magic in this space. So be mindful. The words I am are powerful and strong. If you say I am sick, that is a permanent thing that puts you in the vibration of sickness. Instead, you can say I am feeling sick. That is temporary and will help you rise above. Pay attention to how you're speaking to yourself, Shelly. It matters. It matters. It matters. Do not tell yourself I am less than, I am not good at, I am this, I am that. There are alternate phrases that you can say. Instead of saying I can't do something, especially if it's something you just don't know how to do, instead of saying I can't do math, you want to say I am actively learning to do math, or I am actively working on math, or I'm learning math. You want to do something actionable in the right direction. Be very careful how you use your words. I want to point that out to you. They are literally driving that like a pile driver into my head. Your words matter. Manifestation is easy for you, even though you may not realize it, because I think a lot of what you manifest is stuff that you're focused on that you don't necessarily want in your space. Law of attraction is neutral. It does not care if you want it or not. If you're focused on it, you're going to get it. So you have to remember that. Law of attraction works on how you feel, not on what you say. If you feel limited, you will get reflections and reasons to continue to feel limited. 11:22 on my clock, 1:22 in the room. Confirmation all across the board on that. Shelly, I want you to start seeing yourself as the magical person you are. I want you to start feeling the power in your voice. That does not mean things will manifest out of the blue, but it does mean that you have that strength, you have that ability. So the words you use are absolutely paramount. Doing mantras for yourself could probably be something that's very helpful for you as long as you believe what you're saying. Writing things down, also very powerful for you. Shelly, this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. Friend, you got to get out of your head. You got to stop thinking that you can't do the things you can do, because you can absolutely do them. You're a very strong manifester. You're already on the path. You're on the path of spiritual growth, but the problem is that you put it off. You speak wrong. I don't know how else to say it. You're not speaking in a way that is conducive to growth. You're speaking in a way that's more conducive to limitation. You got to put some power behind your voice and trust that that strength is there. My friend, when you do this, you will stop suppressing your own abilities to manifest. There's confirmation right there. You've got a very strong throat chakra. This is the bridge between the inner and outer world. This is how you're going to bring that forward for yourself. I'm telling you, you got to relax into this, right? My guides also want you to understand that you cannot focus on where you want to go and hold on to where you are. You are changing. Things are going to change. So don't keep telling yourself just because it's always been one way, it must continue to be that way. Just because you're in one career now doesn't mean you can't start another one. Think about some of the people who invented some of the most amazing things. Einstein, these people, they did it when they were older, when they had the knowledge. My guides are telling me that you definitely are stepping into a whole new beginning for yourself, but you are tied to that material world. So give yourself permission to step into the role that you have created as a strong manifester. My guides are telling me that this may bring up a sense of confrontation or confliction in your energy, not necessarily with a relationship. This is more about the yin yang of two sides of something coming together. You will definitely feel that sense, but they also want you to understand that King of Pentacles has got your back. And the more you allow yourself to charismatically express who you are, the more you leverage that manifestation ability. I'm telling you, Shelly, you are a manifester, a hella strong manifester. So the words you speak are very important. Please be mindful. Shelly, thank you so very much. That's a good one. I am open to wisdom in the purest and loving form. Thank you. Gigi, I just want to say a big thank you, Erin. Since I found you, I've understood hot flashes and I'm now alone. Oh, well, thank you, friend. I find it totally ironic how you and my husband are the same wavelength. That's awesome, though. I love that. You guys, go check out my Patreon. Seriously, there's so much information there. I have a fiction story that I'm releasing as a serial novel. I've got daily Schumann updates, weekly articles. I've got a whole shop full of PDF downloads about different subjects, classes, podcasts. It's party. It's party over there. Go check it out. All right, Nikki. Last but never least, Nikki is up next. Come on down, friend, and say hello. Well, thank you, Gigi. I really appreciate that. Thank you. This has been the best live ever. You two have been amazing. Oh my God, you guys are awesome. Hi, Nikki. Hey, thank you. This is a healer's triangle. This was a gift from my friend. So it has a piece of copper in the center. I do not know what these stones are. And it's metal. It is a custom piece that was made for me by a guy named Jamal. Thank you, Janet. All right, Nikki. I'm excited. Thank you for your patience, Nikki. I really do appreciate it. All right, here we go, friend. Do me a favor, take a nice big deep breath in and release. Drop your shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. So Nikki, I'm trying to contain my excitement here. So the imagery that I'm getting, let me just describe it to you. I'm looking at someone who's standing at the edge of a cliff, and the cliff is a sheer face. If I look down, I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna fall. You're right at the edge of this cliff, and there's a gap, and then there's something on the other side. And I feel like you're standing at the abyss. You're standing at the edge of the cliff, and you're looking down, and you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, how am I ever gonna get over there? How am I gonna cross this? How am I gonna do this? The thing I think you have lost sight of, my friend, is that you actually have wings. So Nikki, I don't know what it is that you're dreaming about, but that feels hard for you to reach, or feels like there's a gulf in between where you are and where it is. But what I want you to understand is you actually have wings. I feel like you're not aware that they are there. Whatever tool you need to get you whatever you think is on the other side of this gap, you already have it. And I want you to understand, when I look at you, your connection is strong, it is bright, and it is beautiful. That does not mean that you're not going to feel struggles. That does not mean that you're not going to feel stuck sometimes. That does not mean that things are always going to be easy. What it does mean is that when you quiet your mind and get yourself into that quiet space inside, and you know exactly what I'm talking about, that's where you grab those wings and it will take you forward. You are on the edge of some major changes happening in your life, and they feel like they have a lot of physical component to them, as if you will see physically manifested results of these changes. The thing for you to remember is that for anything to manifest physically, it must first manifest internally. That means you have to let go of the doubt you have of the wings on your back. Okay, you have to let go of the feeling that if I step out into this big open space, I'm gonna fall. And you have to trust that the wings that you have will unfold and open up and welcome you into that space. That is very important right now. Trust is going to be paramount. Literally, as I'm saying that, do you see that? Inspiration. Trust is number one for you right now. I am not asking you to trust anyone or anything outside of yourself, but I am trusting you to 100% trust you. This piece of you is ready. It's ready. It feels like you're holding yourself back out of fear of the unknown. Something I want to remind you about is that all possibility actually lives in the unknown. If you don't go there, you cannot access. Otherwise, it's all known and there's no new possibility there. I feel really pulled to tell you that you're right on the edge of what feels like an amazing change in your life for the better. Doesn't mean it won't be a little bumpy in the midterm, but the big transition, whatever this is leading to a greater sense of alignment in your energy, 100%. Nikki, this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. You're standing on the edge of this canyon. It's time to let go of control. Let go. Let go. This is going to lead you to a sense of celebration, belonging, and acceptance like you've never felt before, because it will actually be aligned with you and who you are. My guides are asking you at this point to follow your inspiration to the best of your ability, because that's what's going to lead to the sense of liberation. Your inspiration is the key. That's the wings on your back, the inspiration. I know that you're worried about money. Everybody is worried about this, but my friends, my guides are telling me you've got to trust, because the King of Pentacles is here and it's got your back and it's saying, friend, trust me, trust me. You get the throat chakra, which is a distinct confirmation that you are building something new in the 3D environment, in the physical world, and that is fantastic. This is confirmation of that. But in order to do that, you got to let go of where you are. This is where you find your empowerment, and I freaking love the confirmation. This is where you step into transformation. This is the death card. This tells me that the old version of you is dying away and a new version is being born, and that new version is going to require you to let go of the roots that you already have. You have got to stop procrastinating and holding this back and trust the intuition that is lovingly speaking to you, because it's going to help usher you forward into a new beginning where you can feel that good connection to your crown. Dang, Nikki. My goodness. Nikki, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I hope that was helpful, and I'm very, very appreciative for your patience. Thank you so much. I did not expect my list to fill up so quickly, but I am very grateful. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much, Nikki. I hope it was helpful. You guys, it has been an absolute joy to be live with you. I am about to go record a meditation that will be available on YouTube as soon as I'm I'm done. So please check that out just to help you ground into your senses. Please check out my Patreon account. My Patreon channel, I use it like Facebook. You get so much. $5 a month and you get so much, so much. So please go check it out. Make sure your notifications are on. Aw, thank you, friend. I appreciate that. Make sure your notifications are on so that when I go live, you can find me. I do offer private sessions only through my website, and you will always see my face in a private session. If you can't, you're not talking to me. So please keep that in mind. Thank you for your patience, for your love, for your support. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye, guys. Bye.